Am I a nag? I met my husband 4 years ago, and because of circumstances he was forced to move in with me after only a couple of months of dating. We were still in the head over heels phase, so sure. I knew things would change quite soon, but hear me out. Like most men, he is a total pig. We were both working over 60 hours, running a company together. So the house was always a mess, much to my despise, but that's life. Now we got married, and we have 3-month-old together. We decided he would do the work and I will take care of our son in the house. I do all the night feedings. Always. Since birth. And start the day around 6 a.m. Before 8:30 I get dressed, take care of the baby, make the bed and lunch for my husband, do laundry/dishwasher, and clean the whole downstairs. By then he is still sleeping on the couch. We are sleeping separate for about a year now. After that I walk the dogs and run errands with the stroller, clean up the laundry, and start deep cleaning the designated room for the day. He will be awake around 9/10 a.m., but most of the time he is smoking a joint and doing the paperwork, can also be playing a video game or internet browsing, or taking a 2-hour bath. Maybe said hello to our son, but no feedings or changing diapers. Then I need to clean up the house again. Empty soda cans everywhere in the house, torn up cigarette butts from his joint next, to the ashtray, towels and dirty laundry on the bathroom floor next, to the hamper, his shoes in the middle of the living room, and the clothes he just took off before his bath on the kitchen chair. He will go to work late almost every day. Some days I am extra lucky and he will shave his beard and leave the sink full of hairs. Our son is still napping a lot and still needs feeding every 3/4 hours, so I will be home with him all day. Anyway, in the afternoon after I finished cleaning the house, I cook dinner, mostly eat alone and clean the kitchen, and then bathe/feed/tuck in our son. My husband comes home God knows when, because he always leaves too late. He also comes home late, and quite often he will go to the gym or visit a soccer match after. He will come home to a clean house with food prepared, but most of the times he already ate some fast food before he got home because he didn't feel like eating my food. Side note, he only eats like 6 dishes and they must be prepared accordingly or he won't eat it. And the lunch I made him in the morning will still be in his car for weeks until it's molded. Crusts perfectly cut off in a square shape and all. He will smoke a joint, maybe give our son a quick hello if he is still awake, and start leaving a trail of clutter starting at the front door. The keys/wallet etc. go to the first surface he encounters, the shoes and socks in the middle of the room. The buds again next to the ashtray, and he will pass out on the couch within minutes. When he actually does eat the food I made, he will leave his plate next to his empty soda cans on the coffee table and leave them while walking to the kitchen about 5 times for a new can. He will not ask about my day. He will not hug me. I am pretty sure he just tunes out when I speak because he usually interrupts me and starts a completely different conversation. So my night will start, alone in our big bed, for a couple of hours because like I mentioned, days go by without him touching a bottle or diaper and I do the night feedings. In the morning I need to clean all his bullshit again, so I started setting up some basic fucking rules. I am your wife, not your mom. You can do and smoke whatever the fuck you want in your office and live in a mess. I will not go there. If you want your clothes clean and nicely folded in your dresser, then put them in the hamper. You bring your dishes to the kitchen. I'm okay with placing them on top of the fucking empty dishwasher. You throw away your own trash, and you will never have to empty the bins. You put away the things you used. If you make something dirty like the sink, you rinse it. You just need to wipe your own ass. Your wife will clean the bathroom and change the toilet paper. Now there will be days, quite often, where he will start yelling at me for being childish because I dumped all of his dirty clothes that I collected from the house into his office, for example. Pretty much every time I ask him to do something, he reacts like a teenager and tells me I need to relax more. To sketch an idea, he will paint a wall and leave the tools/brushes in the garden for 6 months until I clean it up. He will change about 3 diapers a week, never walk the dogs, and this was even the case when I experienced a death in my family. I had 2 nights of decent sleep in over 3 months. I am trying to raise a son, and I don't want my future daughter-in-law to raise her eyebrows about his upbringing. Also, the lack of intimacy is playing its part. When we do go on holiday, I am literally staring at a wall in restaurants because he is only watching his phone. We fight almost daily, and the worst part is that he will always start every reply with, "Yes, but you do this and that." Mostly he is pointing out how I used to be messy before I came a mother. The next morning he will be cleaning up his mess because he knows I'm right, but he will never have an open conversation about how this problem needs fixing, let alone acknowledge his part. And after 2 days maximum, the entire circus starts again. This might come as a surprise to some, but we had sex 3 times last year. One of the times our son was conceived, and the other 2 times he was high/drunk. At this point, I stopped caring about the relationship completely. And no, I don't complain to him all day. After 24 hours of staring at his mess, I just clean it up with a grim face, and after a day or 2 I get sick of it and throw everything in his office like you would do with a teenager. I am thankful to be financially free because of him, so I can be there for my kid 24/7, but it feels like this 100+ hours workweek is not completely fair. I wish I had time to wash my hair, and he is taking baths and playing video games. On weekends, we only do what he wants to do, and he is always criticizing me. I gave him full responsibility over our finances, and I only spend €20 a week on myself. He will go and buy for hundreds of euros worth off flat screens and stupid devices we don't need, etc., and complain about being broke after. Not to mention €25.50 daily on the fucking soda cans and weed. He gained over 30 kilograms since I met him because of all the soda and fast food. Bag of chips or full plate of fried chicken wings for breakfast is normal for him. Fuck the sandwich I made him. Okay, this turned out to be a longer post than I intend, but you get the picture. Am I being a nag or right?